for Saga Construction and Development. I'm very, very pleased to be with you today. After residing in Florida for nearly 15 years, I'm very happy to have recently moved back to the Outer Banks. I joined the Saga team almost 1 year ago today. I can tell you unequivocally, it feels very good to be back home. Having lived and practiced law in Florida for over a decade, I began to think that the Sunshine State was my new home. Sometimes we don't really appreciate our true home until returning from an extended time away. That has been my experience. Over the last year, I've come to truly appreciate this iconic destination we're all so fortunate to live in. My own family's roots, as Brandy mentioned, reach back over 2 centuries on the Outer Banks. It's a fact which I'm very, very proud of. In short, I'm very happy to stand before you today on familiar sand dunes. I'd like to take a few moments to recognize Miss Brandy Baum, who has served as the local coordinator for the Outer Banks Senior Games for the past 16 years, since 1999. As many of you know, Brandy is the Director of Older Adult Services for Dare County, and it has been my great pleasure getting to know her. Brandy is also a member of the Town of Philadelphia Hills Board of Commissioners, and she is a staunch advocate for our local aging population. In brief, Brandy is enthusiastically devoted to enhancing the lives of Outer Banks older adults. Brandy's dedication and commitment to this cause is worthy of our acknowledgement and our praise. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause. Saga is honored to have been invited to spend a few moments with each of you this morning. Our team is particularly grateful for the opportunity to work, to live, and to serve such a wonderful community. We are all blessed to live and work in such an enviable location. First and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge each of the Platinum Level sponsors of the 27th Annual Outer Banks Senior Games. A special thank you to Spring Arbor of the Outer Banks, Ms. Diane Denny, Executive Director, to Dr. Martha and Jeffrey Tennille, and last, certainly not least, to the Outer Banks Hospital, including Mr. Ronnie Sloan, President, and Ms. Amy Montgomery, Director of Outreach, Communications, and External Affairs. We would also like to extend our appreciation to the hospital for hosting this morning's fitness and fun fair, as well as for sponsoring this afternoon's luncheon. Let's have another round of applause for all of this year's Platinum sponsors. As many of you know, the primary purpose of the North Carolina Senior Games is to promote the health and wellness of aging adults living in communities across our state. In fact, North Carolina Senior Games have long been regarded as a premier, successful, and efficient public-private partnership. Through corporate fundraising, generous contributions from private citizens, and cost sharing with participants such as yourselves, our state senior games leverage $6 for every $1 granted to the games each year by the state of North Carolina. Of particular note, the games also benefit from the in-kind donations of tens of thousands of annual volunteer hours. Year-round, thousands of our fellow citizens help to promote senior athletics, walking programs, silver arts, and community-based health and wellness education programs and activities. Dollar for dollar, for the same cost to provide services to just 2 residents of a skilled nursing facility, the North Carolina Senior Games is able to provide year-round health and wellness activities to over 60,000 aging adults across our great state. This outstanding level of financial efficiency assures that every North Carolina aging adult has access to vitally important health and wellness programs. As Brandy mentioned, recently the age limit for participation in the senior games has been lowered from 55 to 50. A little more competition. This slight change will enable the program to reach an even greater population. Research conducted by North Carolina State University validates the game's track record of achieving its primary purpose. The research shows that participants are more likely to begin a regular exercise program, remain physically active, and enjoy increased social interaction with their peers. As you can see, it is self-evident that the result of the collective time, talent, and financial resources donated to the senior games is extremely beneficial to the population which it serves. Once more, please give yourselves and all those who support the Outer Banks Senior Games a well-deserved round of applause. Before we commence to conclude this year's opening ceremony, I would like to take just a few moments of your time to highlight an issue that may be all too familiar to some of you. Many of our friends on the Outer Banks have been forced to move away due to the lack of housing options for our aging adult population. Saga's core values embrace community-inspired development. Pardon the motorcycle. With the support of community leaders, nonprofit groups, and many, many other local organizations, too numerous to name, we are proud today to introduce to you Run Hill Villas, a luxury, age-restricted community of upscale, rental-based villas located in a resort-style setting. I'm going to steal a line from John Lennon. Let's all relax, sit back, and imagine for a moment. Imagine a lifestyle filled with travel, leisure, fitness, new hobbies, and new friends. Imagine a sense of freedom, security, and peace of mind. Imagine a maintenance-free lifestyle with luxury amenities and personal and home services right at your doorstep. Imagine freedom to live your life to the fullest. This is Run Hill Villas. Detailed information packages are available for everyone that is interested. You'll find many of those in your seats. We would greatly appreciate your completing a brief questionnaire located inside of your information packages. You may hand these completed questionnaires to any Saga team member that's here today, or we also have a Run Hill Villas booth inside where you can likewise drop your completed questionnaires on. Over the next 60 to 90 days, Saga plans to hold several information sessions as well as other events. We'd love for you to attend. There are many ways to contact us. They're in the informational packages. Please do so. We would love to have you as our guest. Again, thank you very much for your time today. We know everyone is eager to have lunch. And in closing, please accept our appreciation. Thank you for your time today. And as the saying goes, let the games begin.